Okay, here we're just going to make sure that we understand how to read the coordinate plane. So on the coordinate plane, we have the x-axis, which is like the real number line. And then you have the y-axis, which runs up and down. So the x-axis runs left to right, the y-axis runs bottom to top. So we want to just make sure we understand how to plot ordered pairs. So remember, every ordered pair is what? Every ordered pair is an x and a y component. So you have an x component and a y component. So you're not just one dimensional. So you have to actually go to a row, then go to your seat before you can plot your point. So you have to go to your x, then your y, then you can mark your point. So on the grid, we want to understand that where these axes intersect each other is this 0, 0 mark, which is called the origin. So the x is 0 and the y is 0 at that point. So when we're plotting, the first component is always the x, the second is always the y. So when I graph point A, we're going to where x is -3. So I start at the origin. Where is x -3? That would be right here. Right here. But I don't mark that place because I still have to go to where y is -3. So from -3 of x, I go down to where y is -3. And then I can mark my point. All right. All right. Next we have 0, 5. Well, 0, 5 is what we call an intercept. It's a line, it's a point that's on the axis. So 0, because x is 0, I just go up to where y is 5, and I mark my point. Then we have C, 1, 4. So I go to where x is 1, and then I go up to where y is 4, and I mark my point. D is -2, 0. So D is what we call an x-intercept because it's a point on the axis. So it would be point D. So pause it and you graph E, F, and G and just see if you can do it correctly. And I'm going to graph them. Okay, so when we graph E, E is 0, -2. So E is on the y-axis. X is 0, y is -2. Then we have F, -5, 3. So we go where x is -5 up to where y is 3. And we would end up at F. Then we have G, 3, -5. So we go where x is equal to 3, then down where y is -5, and we would mark our point. So that's plotting points on the coordinate plane, x, y.